All right, so it's Reaction Video Wednesday, and we are going to watch some baseball together. Hey, it's Coach Mark, and you know I love these reaction videos. It's where we get to experience something together. And of course, I give some of my commentary. So I hope you enjoy this. We're going to actually watch a segment of the highlights of a college baseball game between West Virginia and Troy. It was in the College World Series or the playoffs. And maybe, I don't know which one it was, but it was a great game, and we're going to watch. And the point of doing this is I want you to understand what I'm watching and what I'm seeing, and maybe there'll be a few tips in there that'll help you. So let's get started with it.
College World Series, Omaha, Nebraska. Chance Cole fires, strike one, and away we go. Chance Cole, first team Big 12. He faces the Troy shortstop.
By the way, what's the best pitch in baseball? First pitch strike. There you go. Start the game with the strike.
Aaron Piasecki has done a really nice job handling short this year.
Shortstop, hitting 346, 10 home runs. Those are the kind of kids that are playing in a game like this. You got a shortstop with a high batting average, a lefty stick, 10 home runs. No surprise that that's their leadoff hitter.
He wanted to play shortstop when he transferred in from Central Michigan. Serves one into left at Ben Lumsden.
I didn't love how he drifted over to that. I like guys sprinting to the spot, getting there, but you know, they're good. They know they're going to catch the ball, but if you're a young player, don't drift like that.
Now Josh Pine.
All right, I just did a video on this one. Did that kid jump out of the way? I got to point this out. I did a video on get in there. It's your real estate. Take it for the team. Get on. Can you believe that I had people arguing with me that that's not what to do? The object is to get on base. Okay, let's watch this again here real quick.
Michigan serves one into left at Ben Lumsden.
There you see the kid drift. Watch this.
Now Josh Pine.
Boom. Take it for the team. Get on base. Now get down to first base.
It's just one of those changeups that feel like it hardly ever, it just never gets to home plate.
Swing and a miss, and there it is. Absolutely filthy for his first strikeout.
Talk to him, he'll tell you, this is my best pitch, and I'm going to tell you what, you can't throw one any better than that.
2-2. Lace towards short and right at Matt Einish.
That's the ball. I want to see high school kids sprinting out. I'm sure he didn't. I would like to have seen if he made it to first base. My guess is yes. Most colleges are going to demand that their kids at least touch first base. If you're watching travel ball on that ball, you're going to see a kid take 3 steps and not even get to first base. If I'm coaching you, you are sprinting that out because somebody up in the stands is trying to get a time on you.
To end the inning. And that has tied a West Virginia single-season record. He chops one at second, and Sean Darnell, who commits the error, and Guzman will get to second.
All right. I mean, every one of these plays is something that I've already talked about. I just did a video on a routine ground ball hustling down to first base. Again, I don't mean to keep bashing travel baseball, but I'm going to go watch games this week, and I'm going to see the same ball hit and the kid jogging down to first base because he's immature. He doesn't understand that ball might get by the second baseman, and I can get into second base. Let's watch this again. This is awesome, and this is why we talk about hustle all the time.
And that has tied a West Virginia single-season record.
Look at him sprinting down to first base. Now
Now
watch this. He reads the ball.
Guzman will get to second.
You understand, nobody told him to do that. Nobody, no coach was waving him over. He's sprinting down the line, watching the ball. The ball gets by the second baseman. He reads it. I can get to second because I'm hustling, because this kid has a long way to go, and he gets there. That's Division I baseball. That's how you get to Division I baseball. I get so fired up by this stuff.
Kelly chases and strikes out, and Stubbs with a good response. Guzman bolts to third on the throw and picks up 90 on
Baseball IQ. Guy on second, man. Can you see how much is going on in a game? The guy's on second base. Guy throws it over to first base. Great. That guy on second was reading that, and he beat the throw. He abused the defense. Awesome. Let's watch that one again.
Doubt, and Stubbs with a good response. Guzman bolts to third on the throw.
Beautiful,
And picks
beautiful.
up 90 on Janicki and Cavill.
They swing and miss.
He paints with 96 to freeze Paul Schoenfeld and back-to-back punchies.
That's what you call reaching in that lunch pail and put a little extra cheese right there.
Transfer from Georgia Southern, trying to get Guzman home. He bolts for the plate.
Did you see that? We're going to watch this one again. This kid, Guzman, is a player. I promise you they recruited him because he plays like this. He didn't get to West Virginia and then all of a sudden become that. He was developing as that kind of player probably since he was very young, had great coaching, and now at the highest level in college baseball, he abuses who? The left-handed pitcher who can't see him, and he gets a big jump and steals home. Watch this again. This is such good base running.
He's right there.
Transfer from
Watch
Georgia
him. Here
Southern,
he goes.
trying to get Guzman home. He bolts for the plate. Save!
We got to watch that one more time. Watch how big.
Transfer
Look
from
at him.
Georgia
He's
Southern,
running
trying to
for
get
3
Guzman home. He bolts
seconds.
for the plate. Save! He steals home. Wow!
West
That's how
Virginia
you do
getting
it.
on the board
Look at
early, and
this.
if you watch Guzman, he just takes off from the stretch, trying to anticipate the balk, but you see right there, steps off and is able to sneak that mitt, left hand right into the plate, sliding through. And they're on the stolen base with 2 outs.
This is laced into left field by Sean Smith for a base hit. Benjamin Stubbs 1-2. Matt Gravlin strikes out. It's an answer from Benjamin Stubbs. He's got Steve Meyer leading off, who rolls one at second. Gavin Kelly to his feet. Slick work.
Change up.
Little side note, second baseman Gavin Kelly. I coached that kid for a year or two in the program when I was running it. Great kid, great family, unbelievable hustler, player, athlete. Plays second base and catches for West Virginia.
Wait, that's how he's going to pitch today. He's going to go back and forth, and that is just what I call doing it right there. When the dust settles is what it's called.
John Darnell plugs a gap in right center field, and that'll roll into the alley. Darnell bolts for second, and he's got a 2-out double.
Now that one's pretty obvious, but these guys are playing at this level. Every ball is 2 out of the box. You'll hear them say 2 out of the box. What's that mean? That means we already know we got 1. We are going to always be looking for 2. That was an easy no-brainer, but you're going to see a lot of guys 2 out of the box. It's not a no-brainer, but if that kid bobbles the ball or doesn't hustle after it, boom, we're into second base.
Troy in their first hit in Omaha. Pour off on the ground, sharply into left field, a base hit. Darnell rounds third. Ben Lumsden's throw, the tag, not in time. Troy is on the board.
Another great baseball IQ. First of all, the guys on second base, fairly hard hit ball to the left fielder. I promise you, they were looking at the left fielder's arm in warm-ups or scouting them, and they know what they can get away with. Now, that was a close play, but that's not a no-brainer. If the kid out there has an absolute cannon, they're probably not running on that. You know, they're not going to score on that. But they knew his arm. The kid got a great jump and scored, and then the kid that hit the ball, baseball IQ, he's thinking to himself, if I hustle down around first base and they go home with it and don't hit a cut, I go right into second base. Again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to see that exact same play. Here's what I'm going to see in travel baseball. The kid on second is not going to score. He's not going to hustle like that. He doesn't know the arm of the left fielder. And the kid that hits the ball is not sprinting down there hard 90 going into second base on the throw home. They're not, because so many kids are not playing like this. This is high baseball IQ. This is what it takes to get to that level. You got to do it now and improve, show these college coaches that you know how to play the game at a high level.
And we're tied in the second.
Look at the fire.
You mentioned the numbers for Boroff against changeups.
Here we go again.
Houston Markham rolls one into right, and it's a stop sign for Jay Boroff at third from
there it
Skylar
is.
Lee.
Do you see why they didn't run? Why do they have a right fielder with an absolute cannon? Why? Because he has a cannon. That's why he's in right field. And that's how you change the game with your arm. You don't let guys run second to home when you got a guy in right field with an absolute bazooka. Perfect example.
Beaten into the ground at Gavin Kelly. And Chanson Cole strands two. But Troy gets one. He's got the second lowest chase rate and swing and miss rate in the entire Big 12. And he spits on one south of the knees to get aboard to start the second.
Of the steal bases, it's a huge part of their offense.
Bouncing ball right side, and that is past Sean Darnell into right. Now Einish stops at second, and the first two are on for the Mountaineers.
Why didn't he go first to third? Because they were scouting the right fielder, and the right fielder has a cannon. And we're not. There's a lot of times if you have a right fielder that doesn't have a cannon, you go first to third on that play. But in this case, no way. That kid's got a bazooka.
You usually see it if it's a right-handed hitter. Left-handed hitter, they usually want to bunt the ball to third where you're supposed to.
This is popped up. Pine handled the hop, and he throws.
All right, let's look at the bunting technique here.
Successful.
Let's go back and look at the bunting technique. I did a whole video on bunting technique. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. This kid is pretty textbook. His bat is a little high in the zone, but other than that, pretty dang good. Steve Sabins is a good friend of mine, head coach at West Virginia, and does a great job at teaching fundamentals at West Virginia. Let's watch the bunting technique.
And now two in scoring position. So now to the 9 spot for the glove first third baseman, Tyrus Hall.
Let's go back and watch the bunting technique.
Now Einish stops at second, and the first two are on for the Mountaineers.
You usually see it if it's a right-handed hitter. Left-handed
stop
hitter,
it.
they usually want to bunt the ball to third.
All right, there we go. Athletic position. Now look how high his bat is. I like the bat right at the top of the zone because then I don't have to drop it as much. Here's a strike right here. He's going to have to go down like that. I don't really like that. I would rather see this bat right at the top of the strike zone. But other than that, athletic position, see how his bat and his eyes are close. He doesn't have his bat way far away from his hands. So that's pretty good. The only thing I would change, and the only thing I would say, he's not covering the outer third. See the outer third of the plate here? If you draw a line straight up, he's got to reach for that ball. If he was leaning in a little more and covering the outer third, he would have a better shot. So I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give him a 7.5. But he does get the ball on the ground.
Where you're supposed to.
This is popped up. Pine handled the hop, and he throws out Lumsden, whose sack is successful, and now two in scoring position. So now to the 9 spot for the glove first third baseman, Tyrus Hall. First pitch swinging, launched to left center field, back toward the wall and off the wall. Einish and Cresser score. Tyrus Hall comes through again for the Mountaineers.
You see where the second baseman was? Again, I'm pointing out this is how you play the game at the higher levels. Where's the second baseman? He's not at second base. Why would he be at second base? They already have second. It's called a double cut. So let's look at this again. Watch this.
Einish and Cresser.
Boom. He overthrew the shortstop, and look who is right there. Do you understand when we talk about baseball IQ, understanding of where to be? He's in the perfect position. Now, that throw should have come here, but instead it got over his head, and the second baseman was right where he needed to be. Beautiful.
Score. Tyrus Hall comes through again for the Mountaineers. 2-2, runners going, and this is lifted right toward the second base bag. Aaron Piasecki.
Let's watch that again. The runners were going. Let's see if he had I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Did he have a walking lead at second base? And obviously the kid popped it up. The runners have to know where the ball is. I've seen kids take off and they're not even looking to see where the ball is. So let's watch.
And Presser score. Tyrus Hall comes through again for the Mountaineers.
Yep. That wasn't really a walking lead, but let's let it go.
2-2, runners going, and this is lifted right toward the second base bag. Aaron Piasecki. Kelly drives this one to center. Steve Meyer on the move, runs it down.
All right, let's watch it back. Center fielders, you'll always hear me talking about angles and jumps. The reason this kid is in center field at the highest level of Division I baseball is because he has skills to get great jumps and great angles. Let's watch it.
Right toward the second base bag. Aaron Piasecki. Kelly drives this one to center.
Straight
Steve
line.
Meyer on the move.
Straight line, no banana route, great jump, changes the game.
Runs it down, and the inning is over. On the ground left side, cut off by the diving Tyrus Hall, and as promised, he is slick with the mitt.
Wait, wasn't he a bat guy?
Can you make that play, third baseman? Watch how light he is on his feet and watch how great of a jump he gets.
Watch this play right here, man. Goes.
This is what we're talking about when we're saying lateral movement. Are you training to be an athlete where you can explode left, explode right? We just watched it. Let's watch it one more time, because when you can't do that, you can't play at this level. When you're being evaluated, they are looking at you. Can you do that? And if the answer is no, because you haven't trained to be explosive right and left, you get passed over. They're looking for a kid like this.
By the diving Tyrus Hall, and
watch how light he is on his feet,
slick with the mitt,
and gives him a chance to watch this. Watch his feet. Look at that.
Watch this play right here, man. Goes to the glove side, quickly to his feet, sticks his right spike in the dirt, points the shoulder, and just a perfect throw over to first place. You can't do it any better than this right here, folks.
You're right.
Campbell was the preseason Sun Belt Player of the Year. Hits this one on the screws into center at 107 miles an hour off his bat for a one-out single. Skylar Meade told us he showed up and he's never shut up. Jimmy Janicki lines one into right center field, and this will roll into the alley.
Let's watch that one back.
Cabell Motors first to third. Janicki.
Okay, there's so much going on here. I'm just loving sharing this information. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a longer video than normal, but look how much stuff we can talk about together. First of all, let's go back and watch this kid with a short swing on an outside pitch, letting the ball travel and just smacking it to right center, okay? He didn't try to pull the ball. He didn't cast his hands out and try to turn on that ball. It's impossible. It would have been a weak ground ball to short. So what he did is he stayed inside. He flicked it to right field. It's not a huge swing, but look what it did. And then the runner goes first to third on this play without hesitation. You have to understand something. Are they looking at the third base coach? Probably, but they don't need to look at the third base coach on this play, because they practice first to third. They do situational all the time, and that ball's hit first to third. They know instinctually what to do. They don't have to wait to have somebody tell them what to do. Let's watch this back.
That for a one-out single.
Here we go.
Skylar Meade told us he showed up and he's never shut up. Jimmy
Can't do it any better than that.
In the right center field, and this will roll into the alley. Cabell Motors first to third. Janicki doubles. 0-1. Meyer pops it up to left. Lumsden drifts toward the line. Cabell readies. Lumsden's throw. Cabell to the plate. He'll score to make it a one-run game. 0-1 on Drew Nelson after Troy's offensive timeout. On a line into center field, a base hit. Drew Nelson to score. Jimmy Janicki.
Are you seeing where these balls are hit? These pitchers at the Division I level are really good at keeping the ball on the outer third, but these hitters are also very good at hitting the ball on the outer third. That ball was a great pitch, low and away, and he just stayed inside it and hit it oppo. If you're not practicing oppo, you cannot play at this level. If you're a pull-happy hitter, you would get eaten alive at this level. You would wonder why you hit 500 in high school, but you would hit 100 at this level, because they are not going to give you those easy pitches to pull.
We're tied.
Has been really good for Troy so far.
Ball's in. First pitch is a ball. The throw to second is...
All right, this is a play. This is a fake bunt steal, and we're going to watch this back because I want you to see how this kid really held his bat out there as long as he possibly could to keep the catcher from coming up quick. And what happens? Safe. A lot of fans sitting out there watching the game, eating their hot dogs, eating their popcorn. They're not paying attention to any of this kind of stuff, but you are, and I am, because we care about playing this game at an elite level. But watch this again.
Has been really good for Troy so far.
There he is, out over the plate. Watch how long he holds this to keep that catcher back.
Ball's in. First pitch is a ball. The throw to second is not.
And it was still a close play. That's how good these guys are. If that batter doesn't do that, that kid's out for sure.
In time from Gravelin to get Drew Nelson. The 2-2. Hit on a line, left center field. Paul Schoenfeld got a great jump, but he can't get there. Nelson scores. And it's an RBI double from Sean Darnell to put Troy on top. Up and in. Boroff walks. Boy, he looks uber confident in the box, and there's 2 on for Troy.
Got locked in.
Beats one into the ground right side at Brody Cresser.
There's what I'm talking about. Did you see where that pitch was? It was away. What did he try to do? Tried to pull it. Now, I'm not saying you can do this every single time, but that's not how you hit that pitch. That is a pitcher's pitch, and he got you to do exactly what he wanted you to do. Try to pull the pitch. Let's go back and watch this again. You'll see why he got a ground ball, weak ground ball to first base. Watch this.
2 on for Troy.
Got locked in.
Beats one into the ground right side at Brody Cresser to the bag. And now 5 years as the head coach of Troy. Paul Schoenfeld right into the shift at Aaron Pius second.
See how easy that kid made that play? Baseball IQ. Weak ground ball, step on second, throw to first, out of the inning, done. Watch it again. Makes it look routine. You infielders, this is what you need to look like when you're getting scouted. Like you know what to do when the ball's hit to you, and you make it look easy. Watch this.
And now 5 years as the head coach of Troy. Paul Schoenfeld right into the shift at Aaron Piasecki. Sean Smith clobbers the first one he sees to left. Got it.
You power hitters, that's what it looks like. Just whack. That's a line shot out of there in a heartbeat. Let's see if he tells us what the exit velo on this one was.
A solo shot from Sean Smith, and we're tied at 4.
That got out of here in a hurry, fellas.
That lead didn't last long, did it?
I mean,
there it is, 108. Call it 109 exit velo. Big, strong, athletic kids playing Division I baseball. If you want to play at this level, I'm not saying you have to be as big and strong as this kid, but there's tons of kids playing Division I baseball like him. Okay, big, strong, athletic kids, 109 exit velo.
We were in Athens last week, and we saw some shots get out, and that one was very similar. Did not miss it. Four-seamer, let me get ahead. Barrels it. As soon as he hit it, everyone in this stadium knew that ball was leaving the yard.
I mean, 109 off the bat. You talk about a no-doubter.
Dotted 94 away.
All right, I want to point something out. A lot of you parents are yelling at your kids for striking out. Everybody strikes out. I think that's Gavin Kelly, kid that I coached, strikes out walks off the field. Nobody's yelling at him. Parents up in the stands can't wait to get in the car and say, "Why'd you strike out, Gavin?" It's part of the game. That was a fantastic pitch. My guess is he might have been looking for something different. He didn't get it. And that's what happens. It happens every single day at every level. We need to stop yelling at kids for striking out. It's part of the game. Let's watch this again. Watch how perfect this pitch is and watch his reaction to striking out.
But a no-doubter.
Dotted. 94 away for
You know what that is? Again, I'm not trying to beat this up. That is a great pitch, and that batter knew it. He beat me that time. Tip my cap to you. I'll get you next time. That's it. That's how the game's played at this level. Not yelling at kids and making them feel terrible because they struck out. Too many parents act like nobody strikes out, and if my kid does, there's something wrong with him.
Backwards K and out number 2. Chopper right side from Matt Einish, and Stubbs late.
All right, another baseball IQ play. Look at the hustle. This kid is flying down the line. That's a relatively routine play at this level. You guys playing travel baseball and hit that ball and you're getting scouted and you jog because you think it's a routine play and you're going to be out. You're a non-prospect. You are scratched off list when you don't hustle. But look at what the guys at this level do. They sprint down there, and that kid's pretty fast. And what happened to the pitcher? He got abused because he wasn't sprinting. He didn't get there on time. See? Let's watch this one again.
On number 2. Chopper right side from Matt Einish, and Stubbs late getting over there.
In fairness to the pitcher, he did look like he was hustling pretty good. The ball took him away, and he's not very fast. By the way, pitchers, if you're an athletic, fast pitcher, you make that play. I mean, I'm not bragging about my son, Zach. He was a pitcher at the Division I level and ran a 6.5 60 because he was training as an athlete his whole life. And when he became a pitcher, he made plays like that. Whereas this kid, not beating him up, I'm just saying, like, he doesn't look like a elite level athlete making that play. He's a good pitcher, don't get me wrong, but I would like to see him a little faster.
Did he beat him? I think he beat him, yeah.
Years ago was not as strong as their RPI this year, and that's one of the reasons.
There it is again. Moms, dads, I can't emphasize this enough. Let's watch this pitch again. This is a great pitch. This batter is probably looking for something. He didn't get it, and he tips his cap to the pitcher. Watch it again.
Did he beat him? I think he beat him, yeah.
Years ago was not as
Watch
strong
this
as
pitch.
their RPI
Perfect
this year,
pitcher's
and that's
pitch.
one of the reasons.
Strike 3, get off the field. Watch the batter.
It's just Manny being Manny.
Crushed into center, but it is deep at Charles Schwab Field.
Now, he made that look so easy. Did that look like he was worried about catching the ball? He drifts back, he gets to the spot, boom, he catches the ball. We all don't recognize that, but that kid has taken thousands and thousands of balls in center field. Every ball hit to him, he has seen hundreds of times. My mom used to say, repetition is the mother of skill. Guys like this have gotten thousands of balls hit to them by somebody with a fungo so they can look like that. So if you're a center fielder, that's what you need to look like when you're getting scouted. Not like, oh my gosh, here comes a ball. What should I do? I don't know what to do. That's what a lot of kids look like. Okay.
Schoenfeld there. 3-2. And the heater didn't get chase from Tyrus Hall. Guzman toward the gap in left center field, and the diving catch now made by Drew Nelson. Hall motors around third, and West Virginia's got the lead.
I mean, just watch this base running. Steve Saban's at West Virginia is doing a phenomenal job of teaching these kids how to run the bases. But again, I got to emphasize this. They're recruiting kids that know how to play the game. They're recruiting kids that play like this. I'm standing beside them all summer long watching kids, and we're talking, and I promise you, they're looking for the next kids that play the way they play. And they go, that's my kind of guy. You guys that are not playing this style of baseball are not going to get recruited by guys like Steve Saban. They're not going to try to teach you to play like that. They're just recruiting kids who already play like that. I can't emphasize that enough. Let's watch this base running again.
Toward the gap in left center field, and the diving catch now made by Drew Nelson. Hall motors around third, and West Virginia's got the lead.
He runs with his head up the entire time.
Did you hear what the announcer said? He runs with his head up the entire time.
Sees the play in front of him, and once he sees that throw, he continues to go.
Once he sees the throw, he continues to go. This is the kind of stuff you need to be watching all the time to play with a high baseball IQ.
To third base, great vantage point that we see right here. Head up running, does not stop. Sees it's going to miss the cutoff man.
So he brings him in with a man at third, and the superstar Gavin Kelly going first pitch swinging on the 1-0, and Houston Markham is there.
All right. We are going to stop this now because it's getting too long. I don't want to lose you because of this, but I could do this all day long. This is what I'm always talking about. This video here, and I didn't watch this before. I didn't practice. I didn't watch this to know what I was going to see. I'm seeing it as you are seeing it, but that's how fast we can come up. I bet there's 20 things in this video that we pointed out that if we went to a travel baseball game today, we would see the same things not happening this way. And that's why I'm so critical of a lot of this travel baseball right now, because this is not getting taught. Now, there are kids that are doing it the right way, and they're getting on to the next level, but why coaches are not demanding that their players play like this at 13, 14, 15, 16, I don't know. Because if we want to prepare kids for West Virginia and Troy, let's start playing that way now. At Ambassadors Baseball, our new program, this is how we play. If you are super into inspired baseball, you will love our program because this is how we play. There is no lower standard to play at. We don't know any other standard. We play like these guys do, and it's a lot of fun. But guess what? We recruit kids like that too. If we think the kid's slow and lazy and parents are, entitled and all that stuff, we have zero interest in that because we're not fighting people about this. We're looking for people that want it. That's all I got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed it. Yes, it's a long one. So much good stuff. We got to become elite in everything we do. Until the next one, God bless. Bye-bye. Hey there, it's Coach Mark, and you probably know that I put a lot of content out on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and it's all designed to help parents and young athletes just learn the information and make some decisions that help them move on to the next level. That's the whole spirit of the content that we're providing. I've got 20 years of experience in this space, have helped almost 1,000 kids get to the next level. So there's a lot of information I can share, and I love doing it. But what you might not know is that I'm also the founder of the Ambassadors Group. That is a private consulting company for young athletes and their parents. We are loving it. I have a group of consultants that I work with that are helping me do what I do, experts in their field. So together, we are all helping these young athletes. So if you're interested at all in getting some help or even just setting up a free 15-minute consultation, we can talk about your son, see where he's at, see if there's a way we can help him. We are taking new clients right now and setting up 15-minute free consultation. So there's a link below that allow you to do that. We would love to talk to you about your son.